Hello, Internet. Craig Chamberlin here with CraigTheTechTeacher.com. Another day in the IT life. Wow, another autofocus issue. Seriously, that thing's got problems. Seriously. I've been working on, you guys may or may not know, an expo that's going to be coming up here at Precision Electric. We're going to be doing training for industrial services. That should be fun. And I got another exceptional question from a patron, and we need more patrons, guys. Patrons are going to keep this show going and flowing. If you don't know what a patron is, for as little as $2 a month, you guys can help support the show and eventually make it grow into something bigger and make it become ad-free, which would be great. Which would be freaking great to get away from me focusing on Google and me focusing on sponsorships and me focusing on all the other crap that doesn't matter, and I can just focus on helping people. I get like 20 questions a day now, and it's awesome. I love doing it, but it takes time. And as with anything else, time is money, right? So anyways, I got a patron question. This is one of the benefits of becoming a patron. You can ask me questions on IT life. I'm an IT guy, been in IT for 10 years, and I'm hoping to give you guys some real-world insights to what it's like living in the world of IT. And today I had a meeting in which I was implementing a new software package. We have these spreadsheets, these templates that I built. I built it off Excel, right? I built an Excel template so that we can go to these digital work orders. They look something like this. Autofocus, can you do it? They look a little something like this, and it's so that our data from our system will automatically populate this. And the meeting went okay, and just as usual, in the middle of starting out this entire process, the internet didn't work, and everything went really slow and was completely unimpressive. As with, you know, it works perfectly every other time you use it until you're sitting in front of a group of people, and of course that's when it starts to fall apart, and they're like, "This is supposed to make my job easier." You know, that's pretty much how it works, by the way. IT life, right? Computers, working with computers. It's going to break at the worst possible times. That's when it's going to break. Assume that that's going to happen, and you're going to be embarrassed. Anyways, it went over quite well when it was all said and done. Got some minor changes to make, but when you're doing meetings like that, make sure you are getting feedback from people so that they can help become a part of whatever it is you are trying to implement. You want them to be a part of that. And speaking of learning new things, because learning new things can be troublesome, Matthew Broussard asked another excellent question. He's a patron. He said, in your tech and IT life, has there been a subject or skill for work or personal endeavor that was particularly hard for you to learn or grasp? Was there some tech skill that you said, forget it, that's not for me? I find it easier to force myself to succeed when I have to work for when I have to work compared to when it's for me personally. Kind of backwards, huh? There are some things I just suck at. There's some things that we all suck at in particular. But yes, there are quite a few things that eventually I said, this isn't for me. One of them is programming. Hate it. Hate programming. It's not for me because I don't have the patience for it. I'll do some basic programming, but sitting down and writing full-fledged programs and code, I don't have the attention for it. I don't have the patience for it. And I think it's fun for people, but it's not fun for me. But that's definitely one of the things I just said, you know what? Nope, I'm done. After trying to learn it a bunch of times, I've got enough fundamental knowledge, but that's about it. I know how to talk to programmers. That's about as close as I get to that. My personal life is a mess. You know, when you're so when you're so focused on computers all the time, everything else suffers. You know, you really can only know so much of a certain area. And for example, I'm supposed to put together this swing set this weekend, and I had to have what's nice is I had a services exchange with a coworker who's going to come out and help me build it, because the thought of building a swing set, even with instructions and all the tools, terrifies me. I mean, I can build a computer, I can build information systems, I can deploy solutions to complex computer systems, but hand me a tool and a wrench and some instructions, and I become pretty much useless. Blank stare type situation. I've tried to learn it, I've tried to enjoy it, I just don't enjoy it. Same with pretty much all homeowner stuff. I'm sure my wife loves that. I'm not good on home renovations. I'm not good on yard work. I'm not good. There's a lot of things I suck at. But you know, you got to play to your strengths, and that's really kind of a key to success. You know, we're all kind of here to serve each other. This is my thing. This is what I do. It's why I started this whole project, and that's why all the most successful companies they get people doing specific tasks, because you can only become so good at certain things. But it's an excellent question, because you're right. If you're forced to do something, it's usually definitely worth the effort. And I'm not saying that I'm not met with resistance, but there are certain areas where that resistance just becomes, this isn't worth my time. How much do I value my time, and how much is this skill going to be worth to me in the long run? And my time is usually best spent bettering myself with technology, typically. Now, there's a couple areas I've had to improve in, like cars. Oh, don't even get me started on cars. I hate cars. They freak me out, and things like that. So the mechanical side of things, not a big fan. But no, it's good to apply yourself and overcome that change from time to time. Like, for example, I was comfortable with my iPhone, but I got an Android. Why? Because everybody asks me Android questions. So I switched to Android, which I'm very happy I did, but the learning curve is horrendous. But that's part of it, Is it worth it or not? And that's a big part of it, is how much do you value the new skill you're going to acquire, and how necessary is it to maintain that skill over the time. It becomes especially important when you get less and less time. Like, I got a wife and a kid and 2 kids, full-time job, do this. So I have very limited time to acquire new skills, so I have to kind of pick and choose which ones will benefit me the most. So I hope that answers your question. It's an excellent question, Matthew. I appreciate it. And as usual, patrons get the VIP treatment. You can email me at a special VIP email address, as well as if you are a patron, you get a bunch of other benefits. So check out the patron in the link below, and need more patrons, guys, so that eventually this show can kind of flow on its own and do its own thing. So thanks for coming out to IT Life today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll talk a little bit more about IT Life. And if you're a patron, post your questions. I should probably get that.